excited to welcome you to Stanford. Have you been to Stanford before?
Yes, only once.
Only once, so I hope
I'm
you're
very
getting
happy to be back.
Well, we have great weather for you today, so it'll be wonderful. So I am so excited about this new program. I've been in Japan a few times, and it's such a beautiful, impressive place. I wonder what sort of things you're going to be doing to attract international entrepreneurs to come to Japan to collaborate.
Well, first of all, we have experienced a very harsh period during the COVID-19. And, actually, at the end of the day, the number of patients who passed away because of the COVID-19 was, in Tokyo, was the least following New Zealand per 1 million. So we tackle against the COVID-19. But we came to know that digitalization, also the innovation, Tokyo must take more initiative faster, and the quality of the digitalization must be better than anywhere else. We would like to renovate our industry once again, and since the industries of the world are changing drastically, digitalization, also even the cryptocurrency is now talking about, and even the fintech has been changed quite dynamically, and so we need more startups to change innovation and change the industry itself. And so we would like to invite more youngsters, not necessarily young, but sometimes even the seniors can open the door of the startups. So we would like to invite more startups from Japan and from the world in order to stimulate the Japanese economy as well as the world economy as well.
Wonderful, great. Well, I'm curious about the relationship that the startup economy has with the universities. Here at Stanford, one of the things that we all know here is that the relationship between the university and Silicon Valley is very, very close, and there's a lot of permeability between what's happening on campus and what's happening around. What is the relationship in Japan? Is that something that's evolving?
Well, of course, Stanford University is so well known as a sort of nest of the startups. And there are so many unicorns grown up from Stanford and from the area nearby. So the ecosystem of Stanford, which the Stanford University create, is so enormous, and we'd like to know more about how the Stanford University raise those movement and create such wonderful and powerful unicorns. It's called GAFA, and it's really amazing. And in Japan, especially in Tokyo, we have many universities in Tokyo, such as Tokyo University, Keio, Waseda, and so thinking about the Stanford University, we already have the headquarters of wisdom in Tokyo. So why don't we make good use of the power of youngsters and knowledge and experience and academia to create the startups? So I'd like to know more about the Stanford University and your achievements to stimulate the startups.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to answer that question because we are, of course, in this very interesting ecosystem here where we have entrepreneurs who come into our classrooms, so the students get a lot of exposure. The students that go out and work into those companies. We have lots of mentorship that happens. And so you've got this very permeable walls between the university and the surrounding ecosystem, which creates a lot of stimulation. And we have a lot of role models, right? So we have a lot of local role models who have a big effect on the students who are in school here.
Well, so you have so many examples and good models to create such successful startups. And also thinking about the role of universities, and you just mentioned that you invite many entrepreneurs to give lectures or to create an opportunity to talk with students. I think this is very important because to have more startups successful, students should know more about entrepreneurs and how the successful entrepreneurs become after the failure or mistakes or is a hardship, but at the same time to know about the successful model. This motivates the students more. And there are some polls asking what kind of people you would like to be for primary school students or pupil. And some years ago, the number one was YouTuber. I think the latest research shows that the Japanese boys would like to be officials. Officials. Wow. They're very, very conservative and no risk taking sometimes. In order to have a good ecosystem to create more startups, we have to have more opportunity that not only Japanese but American or the world entrepreneurs make a sort of opportunity to talk to pupils or students, so that maybe some of them do not know what the entrepreneurs are. So
yes. I think one of the things that's most interesting since I've been teaching around the world is you need to have lots of case studies of local entrepreneurs, right? If you just use examples from Silicon Valley when you're in Tokyo, it doesn't feel as relevant. But if you can elevate the stories of the local entrepreneurs, it becomes much more relevant. So I have another question. One other untapped resource in Japan is women as entrepreneurs. There have been a lot of barriers to women becoming leaders in business. You are a wonderful role model and a true inspiration. I'm curious what you're doing and what these programs are doing to elevate the opportunities for women in the community.
Well, as you mentioned that the most untapped energy in Japan is women's power. They are all well educated and they're skillful and they have a very high spirit to contribute themselves to the society, but they have less chances. As a decision maker, as a governor of Tokyo, I always try to pick up to offer opportunities for those female workers and officers to take more, higher responsibility, and showing the good model of female good model. Then the follower will watch it and they will have higher aspiration to take a higher role. But unfortunately, sometimes because of the mindset is not, is not ready yet. So the young generation, young female office workers watch her boss, the female boss, watching her taking care of children and get married and become a sort of big burden, and nobody wants to take a higher position to take, to work as a boss, a female boss. So we would like to change people's mind that being boss. To take a higher position in the workforce and work as a leader in the offices and enjoy her life with family. And we would like to show that kind of good model. And this will create, a big opportunity for those who are not well tapped. Utilize their ability in the society. And to fix the TNG's policy, we have plenty of councils where the talented and experts are giving us the advices in order to make the good policies. And the number of, the percentage of the council members was only 20% when I was elected in 2016. Now, I try to offer more opportunity for those experienced and talented experts, female experts. Now the ratio went high as 46%.
Wow, that's great.
Which means, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's policy is for everyone. And half of the population, of course, is women. So the more female council members we have, the more diversified policies will be created. So I think it's, and also I decided not to consider council or any meetings with one sex members from the one sex is not considered as meeting.
That's great. That's great.
Yes. So anyway, I'm trying to, as a decision maker, I try to take this kind of policy so that the untapped energy of Japan women will be more highly respected, and their high skill and professionalism will work for the people of Tokyo.
Wonderful.
My name is Sho, and I am a political economy student studying the governance system, the crypto organization on the blockchain. So it's similar to what you said. And I have a question about the risk tolerance, or how do you see innovation as a policymaker? So you mentioned about the baseball player, Otani, but he hits home run a lot of time. He hits home run a lot. But there is another type of baseball player who is like Ichiro, who hits a single hit. So how, as a policymaker who investment in those field, or even for innovations, how do you evaluate whether that people or person is worth investing or worth supporting, even if he doesn't hit the home run?
Well, for instance, a startup which is started by a leader with high spirit and having a very good technology skill and so forth. But the company or startup should be run by a team with those who have a good knowledge of accounting and good knowledge of the policies related to Rodoho, how do you call it? Labor regulations, and also the lawyers may be needed. So it's a team, And I'm always saying that Beatles, maybe your generation is different more than the Beatles, but Beatles are amazing and such wonderful, musicians. But in order to become such a wonderful international figure, they needed a producer and those who make the management of their business, music. So it's a team. So you need Otani-san as well as Ichiro-san. So, it's any kind of business should not run only by one, but the team should be very important to fulfill its goal or the aim.
Thank you so much. And I'm a Beatlemania.
Great analogy. Great example. Great.